most ridiculous one is that I'm tribal.
Yes.
It doesn't matter really, because Kenya is a multi-ethnic country. There are many communities, everyone comes from somewhere. So if my detractors want to say that I'm tribal, so be it. What's most important is what do the majority of Kenyans think. Wherever I go across the country, I'm received very well. Despite those accusations. I was in the coast the other day, and after I've spoken, when I demanding I speak once more. I've been to Masai Land, I've been to Western Kenya. The people of Northern Kenya are demanding that I go there. There's no way the whole country can be demanding you go and rest with them when you're tribal. That is just an accusation by detractors, and then as well, because I don't expect my detractors to talk well of me. I would be expecting too much. But even in case you cannot be loved by everybody in the country.
Exactly.
You be loved by many, you will have a few haters here and there, detractors, they'll say this and that. But it will be very foolish if you got ever distracted. I stay focused, I know what I want, I know where I'm going, I know where I need to go. I'm so focused in what I'm doing. I never get distracted by those accusations.
So you'd say 100% you're not tribal?
I am not. I'm a nationalist. I speak for the people of Kenya. And I love what I say here. Stand out and speak up. That's what I do.
Yes.
My whole life revolves around those two sentences. Standing out
and speaking
and speaking out. Very few people can stand out.
So you're not
Because
fitting in the
people
puzzle.
are cowards.
Yes.
People fear. People are intimidated. Very few people can speak up. You
And
know?
stand out.
Stand out and speak up. I really love that because that's who I am. My whole chemistry, my whole DNA revolves around those two. Standing out and speaking up. That is what I do. And many Kenyans really appreciate. When I came over the weekend and there was a crisis back home, Kenyans were asking, where is Rigathi? He needs to speak, because Kenyans have learned that I speak the truth. So anytime there is a challenge in a country that is a little bit complicated, that is a little bit dicey, that people do not understand correctly, Kenyans count on Rigathi to come out and tell them exactly what it is. And that is what I do. That's what I've been doing for the last so many years. And that's what I continue to do for the next 1 year. That's what I continue to do for the years that God will give me this world, to stand up and speak up. That's what I do.
Okay. I think, I don't want to say I think, because it's not my opinion, it's not my suggestion, but because you are in the former government, right, and a lot of people feel like you were there, you are supporting that government, but now you are out. That's when you're saying this government is A, this government is B. So why couldn't you speak out and stand out when you are inside the government, the same government that now you're looking at and saying this government is corrupt?
Well, I think you have been out here for too long. Probably you didn't follow what I was doing when I was in government. I went along with the president for the first 1 year. Then I realized all is not well, and I realized he is not who he had promised me and the people of Kenya that he is. I realized that all the things we had promised the people of Kenya, the bottom-up economic transformation, putting money into people's pockets, respect for human rights, that was not happening anymore. And I started speaking out when I was in government. And that's why I got kicked out. And I just kept quiet.
Fitting.
And went along.
Yeah, fitting.
And sat on the table to eat. I would still be there, having it nice, as the people of Kenya are suffering. I started speaking out. I opposed from within cabinet Finance Bill 2024.
Yes.
I spoke very strongly against it. The minutes are there for posterity.
Yes.
And I spoke right inside cabinet when I was deputy president. I did not speak when I left, I spoke from inside. I spoke against abductions and extrajudicial killings. If you remember, June 25th, 2024, when our kids were butchered, the following day on the 26th, when I was deputy president, I called a press conference in Mombasa and called out the
I
president.
remember that.
I stood out and spoke up. That's what you do. So let nobody say that Rigathi is speaking because he's speaking out because he went to government. No. The truth is the matter is that Rigathi was kicked out because of speaking from inside. The president couldn't take it. He couldn't be challenged by anybody. He couldn't stand to be told the truth. And I was telling him, boss, the people of Kenya are opposed to finance bill 2024. Please don't force it on them. And if you do, we shall be left with a ring on our face.
Yes.
And it happened as I told him. I told him these abductions and extradition cases, these young kids have a point. What they are saying makes sense.
Yes.
Let's listen to them. In any case, they are our children. And, abducting them and, massacring them. It's not right. It's immoral. It's against our Christian teachings. It's against the Constitution. It's against humanity. Please, let's listen to these young boys and girls. They have a point and they are our children. Anyway, he couldn't take it. That's why I was kicked out. So, for standing out and speaking up is what got me where I am.
Where you are today.
But I can tell you, it's like throwing the fish into the water. They're kicking me out. I go to the best environment now. I'm able to speak up and speak for the people of Kenya without talking to anybody, without asking anybody for permission. When I was in government, I was a little bit civil. I would do it with a lot of respect. I would be persuasive. I would approach the president with a lot of humility and plead with him and persuade him. And I was talking to a stone. Yes. I don't have to do that anymore. When things are not going right, I simply see this is wrong.
You speak up.
When he is lost, I say you are lost. Stop it. I am a happier man, by the way.
Okay.
I am a very happy person. And I am in my best environment because I'm able to speak up for the people of Kenya. I'm able to stand out and speak for them. And I am very grateful that God has given me that opportunity to speak for the people of Kenya. And I'm equally happy that the people of Kenya appreciate what I do.
Yes.
And I actually realize how much the Kenyan people value my contribution to our democratic space. Anytime I leave the country, there's too much pressure for me to go back, for me to speak up. It's only when I appreciate. Sometimes when you are in the country doing what you know,
you don't see it.
You think it's just a normal way of life. Until when I'm out of the country, I went to the US for 6 weeks, and Kenyans were saying, "Oh, he must come back. He must speak. He must tell us what is happening." Even when I was coming here, I had planned to come here for a month. But the pressure back home has made me cut short my visit to a week. Because Kenyans are saying we have too many problems. The issue of the fuel,
yes,
the cost of living, transport costs, the prices of consumer products. And Kenyans are saying somebody must speak for us. And to many Kenyans, that person who can speak and who must speak for the people of Kenya is refugee. And they are saying, we know you wanted to go and sell your party and market your party in the United Kingdom, meet the diaspora people, meet Kenyans, interact with them, get to know what they are doing, work with them on how to partner with the new administration. We appreciate that.
Yes.
But we need to move at home.
Yes.
We are in trouble.
Yes.
We have no food. Our children cannot go to school. SHA is not working.
Yes.
The country is almost grinding to a halt. You are more useful to us back home. So really, please take a few days and come back home. So over the weekend I'll be back home so that I can support the people of Kenya. I can speak for them and give them hope and encourage them that there will be a better tomorrow.
Okay. So you said you came to promote. Did you come to promote your party, or you came to meet the diaspora?
It's twofold. One, our party DCP has a UK chapter.
Okay.
I came to officially launch and enhance our party activities and recruit more members.
Yes.
Again, I had the opportunity on Saturday, I had a dinner with Kenyan people.
Yes, I remember that.
Explain to them what will be their place in my administration. What role will they play in our administration? What are their issues? They are very serious stakeholders. The diaspora Brigade is number one foreign exchange earner for our country. You know, in the 70s, coffee was number one foreign exchange earner.
Yes.
In the 80s, it was overtaken by tea. And in the 90s, tourism became number one foreign exchange earner for our country. As we speak today, the remittances from diaspora are number one foreign exchange earner for our country.
Yes.
And we are saying, if you contribute such a huge amount to the economy,
Yes.
you must have a say the way that
On the
money is
table.
utilized.
Yes.
The diaspora people must be on the decision-making table because they are serious partner
Yes.
in our country's development, in the economic discourse of our country. And we are saying that you cannot be the number one foreign exchange earner for our country. The money that we are using to pay our foreign debt, the money we are using for importation, the money that we are using to run our embassies and high commissions, yet you have no voice.
Yes.
Despite that very huge contribution. So that is one of the discussions I'm having with the diaspora people. And we are agreeing that one way or another, the administration that I intend to form when I'm elected president, or I'm part of that government, is that people from diaspora must play a critical role in our administration, in the executive, in the Senate, in the National Assembly, in the County Assembly. I am also saying it makes sense that we tap the expertise, the professional resource available in diaspora to run our embassies. If it's here in the UK, why would I go back home to look for a high commissioner?
Yes.
We have competent men and women with the necessary qualifications and experience who understands UK much better than anybody else coming from Kenya. Ambassadors and high commissioners serve for 4 years. When you get somebody who has never been to the UK from Kenya, the first 1 year they'll settle down, find school for their children, get to know a house, to know what 1 year is gone. The second year they are learning on contacts. Who are the business people here? How do you engage the British? The third year they start putting our plan. By the time they start implementing,
4 years is
4 years is gone. But if I came here to the UK and picked Lydia, who has lived here for 20 years, for example, she doesn't need to look for a house, she doesn't need to look for school for her children. She just gets to office and start working. She knows who is who. She knows who are the manufacturers. She knows who are in agro-processing. She knows who are in value addition. I would want a situation where either between the High Commissioner and the Deputy, one would come from the diaspora. That's what I'll do if I'm president. That I pick either the High Commissioner or the Deputy from the diaspora. And it will work out well, and it's a very practical thing. So these are some of the discussions that I'm having with Kenyans who live here, we work here, and they are very excited.
Yes.
Of course, many of them have doubts because they have been cheated before. They have engaged Kenyan leaders before. The minute they are elected, they don't give their votes. They don't give them appointment, they don't bother with them. So I'm asking them to give me the benefit of doubt, because that's all I can do. I cannot tell them 100% that I'm better than the others.
Yes.
But I have a proven track record that I'm an honest person, I'm a truthful person. I'm asking the Kenyans in diaspora to give me the benefit of doubt, that I will live up to my word, and I will honor the promises that I make to them. In any case, it's the right thing to do because it can only be helpful to the country.
Yes.
You know, these are men and women who have a lot of experience. Let's look at the health sector. The management of health here in the UK is top notch.
Yeah.
We want to benefit as a country from the health practitioners who have been here in the UK. It will be useful for our country. When you look at engineering, when you go around here, drainage is top notch. After it has rained, 20 minutes later you cannot know there was rain.
Yeah.
We would want to tap from the professionals in the diaspora to come and help their country, because at the end of it all, east or west, always best. So it's not just honoring a promise. It's the right thing to do. You know, it's good. It will make work easier for my administration.
Yes.
It will be helpful to the country, where you are saying Kenyans out there who have proven track record, who have expertise, who have experience elsewhere, that things are working, why can't they come back home and help us fix those things the way they actually fix in the countries they are domiciled?
So instead, because right now we have a lot of politicians who come to benchmark in the diaspora, whether it's in the UK, US, or Australia, they come to benchmark, but when they go back home, they don't really implement whatever they came to do. So are you saying that, are you telling us as diasporans that you're going to give us a platform that we can transfer our skills back home rather than having them come to benchmark? Because that also reduces the cost of using taxpayers' money.
I can tell you, we are spending billions of shillings. Members of county assemblies traveling all over the world to go and benchmark so that they can have transfer of knowledge and technology back home.
Which they don't.
We have billions of shillings by principal secretary. Instead of spending all that money, why don't you get Kenyans who have been living in this country to come and help us fix them? Why do we need to get Kenyans to come and benchmark in the UK? Why don't we get Kenyans who are living in the UK to come and fix what we need to fix at home? It's a win-win situation for the country, for all of us. We spend less and we get value for money. I would want a situation where the issues of benchmarking will never be part of my administration. If there are things we want to learn from the United Kingdom, get Kenyans who are in the United Kingdom for 30 years to come and fix it at home. It's a win-win situation.
Sir, is this just you saying, because I know that is something that diaspora people have really wanted to hear, because we're always asking ourselves, why do people come and benchmark? They go back and do nothing about it. And even that benchmarking is just wasting taxpayers' money. So if you're saying this is like dangling carrots for us as diasporans, that, oh, this is what I'm going to do, and all these promises, like we've been promised before, and nothing has happened. So are you just saying this for us to say, or are you really saying that you're going to implement it for us?
I know you are about to ask a question.
Yes.
Allow me to ask you one question. What would one gain by not doing it? I mean, it's foolish.
But those are promises that we've been told.
I have looked at the health sector. And it's Kenyans who are doing it.
Yes.
Where I've been around here, it's Kenyans who are behind the success of the health system here in the United Kingdom. So why do you want to get doctors coming from Nairobi from Japanese hospital to come and back here instead of getting a few Kenyans who have been part and parcel of the success story? And fix things back home and enjoy. And I think Kenyans working at home will be so fulfilled, it will be a right time to come back home and transfer the knowledge they have started. I think even in part of the place, I know many Kenyans. I've met many Kenyans who say, when I get an opportunity to come home and fix our living system, because I've done it here, success. I go back home, I know proof. So I am saying, I want Kenyans to give me the benefit of doubt, give me a chance, give me leadership, and I'll do it. Not to please the people of the diaspora, but to fix for the country Kenya that I love.
Yes. So you're vying for presidency.
Yes.
And who is your running mate? Or is that still in wraps?
Well, the issue of running is a political question.
Okay.
You don't just get a running mate because you like one. Getting elected president is a political process. And that political process means it's a game of numbers.
Yes. You have the numbers.
I heard the other day Dr. Fred Matiang'i say that we shall get one single presidential candidate using a scientific formula. He's right. The science of politics is numbers. For you to get elected as president, you must mobilize voters who come and vote for you. So when you look for a running mate, numbers will play a huge role in that decision, because you must add what you control plus what somebody else can control, put it together to get 50 plus 1. So the decision of my running mates will be informed by science,
Okay.
the game of numbers.
Yes.
I must have a running mate, one who is competent, two who are chemists like mine, who believes in the liberation of Kenya, who believes in good governance, who believes in transparency, who believes that Kenyans must be listened to, and who believes that Kenyans have a right to decide how they be governed. That is the first thing. Once he or she has achieved that qualification, then we look at what numbers are you able to put together. I let nobody cheat you that these decisions can be made without looking at numbers. William Ruto picked me as deputy president.
Yes.
By the way, he didn't like me at all.
When he was speaking, he didn't like
he
you?
didn't like me at all.
Okay.
He knew I'm a strong guy, and he didn't want anybody strong. He didn't want somebody who is an independent thinker, and he didn't want somebody who can stand his ground and say this is wrong, this is right. But he needed numbers. So he picked me because I brought numbers.
Game of numbers.
He wanted me as a running mate, but he didn't want me as his deputy.
He wanted you as a flower guy.
That's
where
he wanted me as a guy to mobilize numbers. Thereafter become a flower girl.
Oh wow.
And then I couldn't be a flower girl.
You refused.
I can't be a flower girl. So he had to get rid of me and get a flower girl. So he got the best of the two worlds. He got one guy who can mobilize numbers. Okay?
Yeah.
Once he achieved the presidency, get rid of him. Now get another flower girl of what he decided. Now the only problem now he has to face an election. But nobody can trust him. Because when you pick a running mate, you misuse him to get your numbers. When you accept the presidency, you get rid of him. For him now to get a running mate, there are many questions. Many people ask this guy, if Rigathi helped him to be president, mobilize the numbers. The minute he became president, kicked him out. Can I trust him? He has serious trust deficit.
Yes.
Serious trust deficit. So he has to look around. That is why, as we speak, he has promised the running mate position to more than 7 people. He has promised to Governor Wanga of Bahama Bay.
Yeah.
He has promised Oburu Odinga. He has promised John Badi. He has promised to retain Kindiki. He has promised Anne Waiguru. He has promised another fellow called GK Kariuki, the MP for here. He's promising everybody as he's looking for numbers. And actually, I can tell you from where I see
numbers.
He is lost. He doesn't know what to do. But these numbers are not easy. For you to be running mate to somebody, you must bring serious numbers. That is how he became running mate to President Uhuru Kenyatta. He had serious numbers, over 2.5 million votes.
Yes.
Then you can be a serious contender to be running with. So he is having a difficult time because in Nyanza the numbers are not adding up. Probably he had hoped he could inherit what Raila Odinga had. But those ODM people were not ODM followers. They were followers of Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga is gone and may God rest in peace. But loyalty is not transferable. I can tell you very, very candidly, you cannot transfer loyalty. The loyalty of the Luo nation to Raila Odinga cannot be transferred to Oburu Odinga. And for him to transfer to William Ruto, that even will be a third transfer. It's very difficult. The people of Raila Odinga to be transferred to Oburu, and Oburu to transfer to William Ruto. It's a tall order.
Yeah.
Very tall order. Raila Odinga had other followers in Coast region, in Western region. All that now is up in smoke. So he's having a serious challenge on getting a serious running mate.
Yes.
And I can tell you from where I sit as a political scientist, the peak of running mate for William Ruto will be Waterloo. Whatever he does, if he does, he's damned. If he doesn't, he's damned.
Yes.
If he drops Kindiki, he has a problem with the little support that was remaining in the mountain. If he gives him and denies the Luo nation, they are gone. If he doesn't give Musalia, they are gone. It's a difficult thing. In fact, he's in the situation Moi was in 1997. Moi dropped George Saitoti as vice president. He did not reappoint him. And he took time to look for somebody. And everybody was demanding the position.
Yes.
And he realized if he gives it to this person, he loses his block. If he gives this person, he loses. Eventually, he gave it back to Saitoti. Yeah. So, William Ruto, I wish him well. But he'll know that getting running it, who can mobilize serious numbers to help you to become president, it's not a walk in the park. It's not a walk in the park.
But do you have people in mind, though? Not telling us, but you have people in mind that you're thinking.
Oh, yeah. I have several options.
People, right.
I have several options.
Okay.
All informed in compatibility.
Yeah.
Somebody I think we can work with.
Yes.
Number two, the numbers he or she can bring to my bid for me to be successful. Because for me to be president, I need 50 plus 1. I have quite a substantial following, but I need to top it up. And for me to top it up, I need a very serious running mate with serious numbers. And those are considerations that we are making as we move on, as we go on. Yeah, it's not easy to pick a running mate. If you are very serious contender and if you want to be president, you must be right. Yeah.
So in a hindsight, what would you have done differently when you were in that government, or in the sitting government right now, not to be kicked out? What would you have done differently? Is there a time you sat down and thought,
there's nothing I did not make a mistake myself. William Ruto did not intend to be with me for long. He had planned to kick me out even before we got elected. So my fate was sealed.
Okay.
It was just a question of time.
Okay.
He didn't want a strong person. He didn't want somebody who has principles. He didn't want somebody who is not a thief.
Yes.
He didn't want somebody who is not corrupt. I am not corrupt, I'm not a thief. And for that reason, it was very difficult for me and him to work together. Because he wanted us to loot the country. He wanted us to mismanage public resources. He wanted us to enrich ourselves from public resources. And I was not comfortable.
Yes.
So there is nothing I would have done differently for me to survive.
Yes.
The only thing, probably in hindsight, had I made a coalition agreement with William Ruto with my own political party, we'd still be together. And probably